So now by this shloka, what is Lord Krishna trying to tell Arjuna over here? He's telling Arjuna, Arjuna, do your duty. Why are you thinking that some reaction will come with this duty? Do it. And how to do this? Do it as a matter of duty and not expect any kind of material return for this thing, whatever you're doing right now. So, Arjuna, you have to get up and you have to fight. Now, that's what he has explained to Arjuna in this by giving this shloka. So now Krishna is going to next explain Tyaga in three modes, which is Krishna will talk about three kinds of renunciation. In ignorance, he will start with ignorance first. Tyaga in the mode of ignorance, Tyaga in the mode of passion, and Tyaga in the mode of goodness in the next three verses that follows. And let's see the Krishna starts with the mode of ignorance. So let's see that first. नियतस्य सितं संन्यासः कर्मणो नोपपद्यते मोहात् तस्य परित्यागः तामसः परिकीर्तितः. Yes, please. Triveni Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Prescribed duties should never be renounced. If one gives up his prescribed duties because of illusion, such renunciation is said to be in the mode of ignorance. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. In Shloka 4, if you remember, Krishna had used the word Shrunu me, listen to me, hear me out. I'm going to tell you Tyaga in the three modes. And as promised, what is Krishna doing? He starts now from 7th Shloka onwards about Tyaga in the three modes. But he starts, interestingly, he starts with the mode of ignorance. Usually, he always starts with the mode of goodness. We have noticed, right? Now, here he is starting with the mode of ignorance. What is he saying over here? He says, Niyatasya tu sannyasa karmana nopa padyate. So, whatever is niyatasya karma means prescribed karma, whatever is there as written activities. So renunciation of activities, sannyasa, niyatasya, whatever is prescribed, that too, sannyasa karmana should never be upapadyate, means it should never be given up, It is not paddhati. Paddhati is not good or paddhati is a way of doing it. It should be renounced. Niyatasya tu sannyasa, activities, renunciation of activities, sannyasa karmana, should never upapadyate, should never be given up, should never be renounced. But mohat tasya parityaga. But if one does parityaga or renounces because of moha or illusion, tamasa parikirtita, it is tamasi. The renunciation is parikirtita. Kirti means having glory, right? Parikirtita, it is not, it is declared to be in tamasi mode, in the mode of ignorance. So niyatase, do your niyam. Niyam is regulative, whatever is prescribed. Sannyasa karmana, whatever is there, you just do it. Okay. If you are not going to do it, it is mohatasya. Because of illusion, if you are not doing it, that is called in mode of tyaga, in the mode of ignorance. Because you are doing it out of, because you are in illusion. So such parikirtita is declared to be in tamasa or mode of ignorance. Now there are multiple things here in this shloka that Lord is talking about. So what is what is Arjuna's what was Arjuna's question? Are these two words tyaga and sannyasa, are they same? Are they different? So here in this shloka, Lord Krishna is making it very, very clear when he is using the words like parityaga and sannyasa. So he is using these two words that they are non-different. They are same. Tyaga and sannyasa, parityaga and sannyasa, they are not non-different. They are same renounced order of life and renunciation. They are same only and only when results of the activity are given up. If the results of the activity are not given up, then there becomes, there comes a difference. So I think we previously also we had touched upon Kamya karma, Nitya karma, Naimita karma, where Kamya karma is like, doing some activity because we want something. There is some want there. Kama is there. Lust is there. We want some material thing. That is Kama karma. Nitya karma, those the obligatory duties that we do. We are supposed to do every day. Spiritual activities that we are supposed to do. Like every single day, we are supposed to chant, and every single day we are supposed to offer bhoga, and every single day we need to pray to Lord and do devotions. That is Nitya karma. Naimita karma is like, we do it occasionally or yearly or monthly on a scheduled time. We do such pujas and all. Like they are performed for, sometimes there are calamities and also these, some, all the people come together and they do some sacrifice. Okay, let's do it for the welfare of the people, as they did, the sages in the Naimisharanya used to do that for the welfare of the people. So here we have to understand that, we have to give up. We have to give up kame karma, material things, and otherwise, what is going to happen if we do not give, right? Then there's a problem over here. Then this is not, this will be tyaga in a mode of ignorance. Now, we should not give up our daily karmas, right? Obligatory duties, nitya karma and nemita karma. We should not give up those. So the work that needs to be given up is what? Whatever we need for our sense gratification or material satisfaction. Ye de do, wo de do. We are keep asking Lord. So let's not, trouble Lord every time. He knows what is good for us and what is not good for us. If it's not good for us, even if you keep asking, he doesn't give, right? How a child may keep asking, Father, give me chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. And the father keeps explaining, it's not good for your teeth. You should be brushing your teeth. Don't eat so much and all that. But if child does not keep nagging and asking, throws tantrums, it's not good. Father knows what is good for the child, right? But we may get a question, okay, fine. Oh, then what activities to do? Well, we must try to do the activities which help us progress in the spiritual, path. Like, we can do activities like cooking for the Lord, offering prasadam to the bhoga to the Lord, accepting the prasadam. We should leave, give up, renounce prohibited actions, which is, unrighteous. Is a huge yes, as it is proper. Giving up the rewards, as we were talking about, Lord is telling, giving up the rewards of action, it's a big yes, as it is proper. But renouncing the prescribed duties is a big no, as it is never proper, says Lord Krishna. So in this shloka, he's saying a big no. Niyatasya tu sannyasa karmano nopapadyate. That you have to follow. Mohatasya parityaga. If you are leaving that karma, prescribed duties, it is tamasi. So why, we may ask, it is because prescribed duties will, Lord Krishna says, it purifies the mind and it elevates us from tamoguna to rajoguna to sattva. That is why we need to do. There is no other reason. We have to elevate ourselves. So how to elevate ourselves? There has to be a way, right? So we have to follow the prescribed duties. It may not happen in a day or two. So it will take time. Not doing and abandoning our responsibility means we are foolish, completely foolish. So Lord Krishna is telling, that giving up prescribed duties in the name of renunciation is said to be in the mode of ignorance. It's very clearly said in the translation also. So we are born in this world, right? So when we are born, naturally we will have some kind of obligatory or necessary duties. Like for a student, he has to go to the school and study. For a man or a woman, they have to go to work for living. Parents, as parents, you have to take care of the child's welfare. You have to teach them good values, manners, etc. These are obligatory duties which we need to do as a grihastha. If we fulfill them, we actually develop many qualities in us. What are the qualities we develop when you are doing all this? Responsibility, discipline of the mind and senses. Come what may, a mother has to get up early in the morning. She has to get child ready and send him or her to school. So you have to have that discipline. You need to have tolerance of pain, hardships. It's not easy, right? You agree, right? So in everyday life, we are facing good times, we are facing bad times, ups and downs, and so many fluctuations happening. But if we abandon them, it means what? We are doing it out of ignorance, says Lord Krishna, and it leads to the degradation of the soul. The soul needs to get elevated. By purifying, we elevate, but we are degrading it because we are avoiding it. That's why it's very important for us to do our duty well. Whatever duty you are doing, just do it well, do it perfectly. And of course, these obligatory duties, vary according to our level of consciousness, whatever the obligatory duties we have. Like for an ordinary person, there are some actions, activities like, we have to earn some money, we have to take care of the family. Niyam, like we have to follow the regulatory principles like taking a bath and eating, and all these are like prescribed duties. Slowly, as we are getting elevated up, going up, the obligatory duties may change. As you know, for an elevated soul, then once they are completely, they have finished grihastha life and they're going ahead, they take sannyasa or something, then immediately the sacrifice, the charity, the penance, that becomes the duty for yogis. So the mode of ignorance, tyaga, is giving up all activities under moha, mohatasya, illusion, or illusory potency of the Lord. So after understanding tyaga in the mode of ignorance, let's see what Lord has to explain to us in the mode of tyaga in the mode of passion, or let's see that. दुःखमित्येव यत्कर्म कायक्लेशभयात् त्यजेत् सकृत्वा राजसं त्यागं नैव त्यागफलं लभेत्. Yes, please, Akash Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Anyone who gives up prescribed duties as troublesome or out of fear of bodily discomfort is said to have renounced in the mode of passion. Such action never leads to the elevation of renunciation. Next.
Let's see what Lord has to say about Tyaga in the mode of passion. Krishna is saying, Dukkha iti eva yat karma, kaya, kalesh, bhaya, tyaje. So Lord is saying, anyone who gives up means tyaje. Tyaje means giving up. Giving up what? Yat karma, our prescribed duties. If we are tyaje, means giving up what? Karma. Because the yat karma means prescribed duties, whatever we have been given, because they're giving dukkham. Because I cannot get up early in the morning to chant because it's very difficult for me. Dukkham, they are very troublesome. I can't do it. Giving up karma or work because of bhaya of kaya klesh. Kaya means what? Body. Klesh means, trouble, difficulty. Out of fear of bodily, maybe, we are feeling very not comfortable. So kaya means body and klesh means discomfort. So you're giving up some activity because, oh God, I can't do this fasting. It's giving me a lot of discomfort. Not about that. Okay, health is not, that's not the reason. You are perfectly healthy, but you just don't want to go through that discomfort. So out of fear of bodily discomforts, what has happened then? Sakritva rajasam tyagam. He is doing tyagam or renunciation of work. Kritva is the work. Renunciation in the mode of rajasam, which is rajasi, mode of passion. You're very in the mode of passion. And there is a very important line that Lord has given over here. He says, Na eva tyaga phalam labhe. So the results or phalam of such tyaga or renunciation is not going to give any labha or any gain. If you are going to do such kind of renunciation, it's not going to end up giving you any kind of, labha or the gain. Such renunciation is not going to be ever good, beneficial, or in any way elevating to us. So now, what is the difference between renunciation in the mode of ignorance and renunciation in the mode of passion? In ignorance, person does not only know, he does not know only, he does not know that he is in illusion. He does not only, I am in illusion, I won't know only. And by that, That person is just giving up the activity because he doesn't know. He's completely in that network of illusion. But in the renunciation of passion, person knows. He knows that this nitya karma or prescribed duties should not be given up. But still he is giving up, thinking that no, it's very troublesome. I don't want to give my body any kind of pain. I don't want to give my body any kind of discomfort. Srila Prabhupada confirms this. He says, he confirms Lord Krishna's statement in his purport. He says, one who is in Krishna consciousness, he should not he should not give up. If you are going out and going and doing your job and earning money, he should not give up that out of fear that he is performing fruitive activity. No, Srila Prabhupada says, you know, if we can earn money rightfully in a rightful way and use it for Krishna, use it in Krishna's service, then there is nothing like it. That's the best way. No, I will not go and work outside because it's Maya, it's completely wrong. I will sit at home and chant. I will not do my prescribed duties. No, Srila Prabhupada says, no, that's not. He's confirming what Lord Krishna is telling over here. Just because it is very, not comfortable and all, I will not do it. No, do your prescribed duties properly and use it in Krishna's services. And for that, a devotional service sometimes, such devotion, sometimes we have to push our body. We don't feel like getting up, going to the temple, doing some, leave it. Let's go some other day. We have to push our body. Sometimes body just, it doesn't want to get up. Sometimes, we have to get up in Brahma Muhurta. You find it very troublesome. Some people find it, fasting some not very comfortable. They can't resist food. But then if we do all these, we are in a way increasing our willpower, to focus more towards Lord and less on our own sense gratification, right? We are just ignoring our sense gratification. No means a big no. We are telling our mind. Mind keeps giving us, cooking up different reasons not to do it. So to advance in our life does not mean that we abandon our responsibilities, says Lord Krishna. Otherwise, such renunciation is said to be in the mode of passion. We can't. So the result of passionate work, if we are doing, then it's always miserable. It's not going to give us any labha or gain. So when we are beginners, in spirituality, we do not understand this. Sometimes, we just want to avoid pain, and sometimes, we take an many people take an escapist attitude. That's called escapist attitude. We just want to escape that. And some of them, they make spiritual ambition. Why they say? Because they just want to shrug off obligatory duties. I don't want to work. I don't want to do this. Then they will say, oh, I'm on a spiritual path, just to avoid obligatory duties. Little do they realize, that life is never meant to be without burdens. You will, even in spiritual life, it's not that in spiritual life we may not face obstacles. We will. There will be ups and downs. This is life. Come what may, there will be ups and downs. Whatever path you take, there will be obstacles. That is life. But by chanting, by doing devotional service, we are purifying ourselves. And then once we are surrendered souls, Krishna will take care. So advanced sadhakas who are completely advanced, they do not get disturbed when troubles come in during their. They know that this is. On the contrary, what happens? They retain their peace. They may be facing huge challenges. Srila Prabhupada, best example, our Jagat Guru, spiritual Guru, our Guru, Srila Prabhupada, he faced so many challenges mentally, physically, he faced, right? Even our Guru Maharaj now, Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, he is right now, he's not in the best of health. So we sadhakas have, dedicated like right now, we all the sadhakas that I know of, we have all dedicated one round of mala for our Guru Maharaj for his well-being. But if you see them, like Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and all, they're peaceful. They're completely composed, knowing all that this is part of life. This is life. And we saw from the beginning, Bhagavad Gita is what? action. It's calling for action. Don't sit passive. Bhagavad Gita, if you're reading, we have to understand that it is a call for action, not just sitting like that. Whatever, we should not sit passive. Arjuna, he finds his duty very unpleasant, bothersome. It is painful for him. He doesn't want to do it. That is why he wants to run away from the battlefield. What did Krishna say to that? He calls that ignorance. He said weakness. What is this, Arjuna? He said that in chapter 2, Klebyam mas magamav partha. Right? What is this? You are yielding to this kind of klebyam, weak-hearted. What are you doing? Ne tattva upapadyate. It does not become you. That's not the way you are supposed to behave, Arjuna. Shudram, hridaya dorbalyam. Your hridaya is dorbalyam. You are giving up this petty weakness of heart. Dorbalyam. Come on, get up. Tektu uttishta, uttishta. Arjuna, he says, Parantapa. So he says to Arjuna, get up. No, no, no. I don't agree. Don't be passive. Don't run away. So he's encouraging Arjuna to do your duty. Prescribed duty has to be done, even though it may be unpleasant, it may not be great, but you are bringing about an internal transformation. So Arjuna was getting an internal transformation happening within him by Lord Krishna's Bhagavad Gita's whatever Lord Krishna was telling, because he says if you're going to do like this, then it is in the mode of passion. There's no benefit, no gain, no labhed. So that is why Lord Krishna is enlightening Arjuna with all this spiritual knowledge, and he's helping him get the jnana chakshu, the eyes of wisdom. So after hearing Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna is not changing his profession. Did he change his profession? No, he's still a warrior. Rather, he changed his consciousness towards the work, activities that he was doing. Previously, what was his motive? His motive was, I will fight the war, I will work to secure the kingdom of Hastinapur. Previously, for his comfort, for his glory, and all that. Later, after Bhagavad Gita was told by Krishna, he continues to do his work, but now he has dedicated this act of whatever he is doing to God. That's the transformation that came into him by the end of 18th chapter, where he says, I have understood now. So Lord Krishna declares in this verse that giving up duties that are troublesome, which is giving kaya klesh. Kaya klesh means which is giving discomfort to your body, dukkha. So it is called renunciation in the mode of passion. After telling about ignorance, then after telling about the mode of passion, tyaga, Lord Krishna is going to touch upon the ideal one, which is the mode of goodness. Let's see that in the next shloka. कार्यमित्येव यत्कर्म नियतं क्रियते अर्जुन संगं त्यक्त्वा फलं चैव सत्यागः सात्विको मतः. Yes, please. Krishna Prasad. Sujata Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. O Arjuna, when one performs his prescribed duty only because it ought to be done and renounces all material association and all attachment to the truth, his renunciation is said to be in the mode of goodness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Lord Krishna, after describing Tyaga in the mode of ignorance and passion, is describing the superior kind of renunciation, where we continue to perform our obligatory duties. We don't stop, but we are giving up the attachment to the fruits of action. So he is saying that this is the highest kind of renunciation, and it is there in the mode of goodness, sattva guna. So Krishna says, karyam ityeva yat karma niyatam kriyater Arjuna. So Lord is addressing Arjuna. He says, oh Arjuna, you know what? When karma or action are karyam means are done. When these actions are done, as what? Karma niyatam. Karma niyatam. Karma niyatam here means prescribed duties. Niyatam karma, like, always, every day you are doing it. Prescribed duties. And sangam tyaktva. Sangam tyaktva. Tyaktva, wherever you are getting it, it means give up. Sangam means attachment or association. So give up association or attachment to what? What do we give up for? What is it that we need to give up? Lord Krishna is saying, Sangam Tyaktva Phalam. So give up Phalam, the result. Satyaga, if you do that kind of renunciation, then it is called Satviko Mataha. In my Mataha, in my opinion, it is Satvika or the mode of goodness. So we have seen that in chapter 17 also, right? Whenever we talk about mode of goodness, there are two things that will always come. One is activity has to be done as a matter of duty, and the result of that activity has to be given up, and we should not be attached to the phalam. That's everywhere, wherever Lord Krishna has spoken about mode of goodness. And in this shloka also, it is the same. And also that he says, renounce the doership mentality. Srila Prabhupada also states in his purport that, prescribed duties must be performed with this kind of mentality. What is that kind of mentality? That is no doership mentality. If you have, I have done, I need to get, many times you do, whether you like it or not, there is something where something will tell you, I have done it. That doership comes somewhere or the other. And if someone does not praise you for the great thing that you have done, you keep feeling it. See, I did it, but he did not, say anything about it. Said that to the other person, but not to me. But we have to understand that, we have to leave this doership mentality. Let them say to others, doesn't matter. We don't need that credit. So renunciation is definitely necessary for spiritual attainment. That is for sure. Problem is how we understand renunciation is very, very shallow. We consider that, okay, external giving up of work. We are always giving external thing to be more important, but it's not right. That is called hypocrisy. Why? Because externally I may wear a saffron robe, I may pose as a sadhu, but internally I may still be desiring, my disciples should get me a huge car, or I may be traveling by business class, or I may be getting, all kinds of worship. People should come and touch my feet, or I should be getting so and so. I should be doing this and this for my own sense gratification, not for the Lord. So internally, I'm still not pure, but I'm in a saffron attire. I'm wearing a saffron. What's the point? That there are so many sadhus in India, who come in this category. Srila Prabhupada says that they have left this world with the noble intention of God realization, but because their mind was not pure, they wanted to. Externally, they did also. Not they didn't try. They did try, but internally they were still having. They could not detach themselves from the sense objects. So what to do? So their renunciation did not give the desired result. They wanted to renounce, but they could not. Internally, they were still not completely detached. So naturally, the defect was in their sequence. How? So what should be done? They tried first for external renunciation, and later they wanted to internally detach themselves. So what is the instruction over here in this shloka? It is the reverse. We have to reverse the sequence. First, we have to develop internal detachment. Sangam tyaktva phalanicha. Internally, we have to detach first, and then we can renounce externally. Not that, okay, I will, I'm in Krishna consciousness, I will not work, I will not do my family duties, no responsibilities, I leave everything and I'm going to sit. But inside you will be craving for many, many things. What's the point? So this 18.9 shloka tells us, Sangam tyaktva palanicha satyaga satviko mataha. He says, Niyatam kriyate arjuna, you have to keep doing your duty, yat karma. So internal detachment is more important than renouncing externally. Here, this shloka confirms that. So Srila Prabhupada says in his purport that we should act without attachment, and attachment for what? For the result, right? We have to do our duty. So he's a lot, Srila Prabhupada is giving the example of a man who is working in Krishna consciousness. Let's say he says he's working in a factory. So that person does not associate himself with the work of the factory. He is not associating with the workers of the factory. He is simply working for Krishna. He is not thinking I'm working for so and so. He thinks that, okay, I have to work for Krishna, and whatever I am going to get from this factory, whatever money, I will spend something for my needs, and then I will keep something for Krishna. So he is acting transcendentally, says Srila Prabhupada. So in this way, after speaking about the renunciation or tyaga in the mode of goodness, Lord is going to talk about symptoms of proper renunciation. Let's see that. न द्वेष्ट कुशलं कर्म कुशलेनानुषज्यते त्यागी सत्त्वसमाविष्टो मेधावी छिन्न संशयः. Yes, Krishna Prasad. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
The intelligent renouncer, situated in the mode of goodness, neither hateful of inauspicious work nor attached to auspicious work, has no doubts about work. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Krishna. In this shloka, Lord is going to talk about the symptoms of proper renunciation. So what Lord Krishna is saying, Medhavi Tyagi. Medhavi means intelligent. The intelligent Tyagi, renouncer. Sattva Samavishta. Is Samavishta means Sama. Sama means he's absorbed. Completely absorbed in what? Sattva. He's completely in goodness. He's completely absorbed in the mode of goodness. So what are the symptoms of such Medhavi Tyagi who is in the mode of goodness? Let's see that. Lord Krishna says, Nadveshta. Nadveshti means never hates. We touched upon this in chapter 12 also, right? Then akushalam karma. So inauspicious works. He never hates inauspicious work. Oh, this is not that great. Oh my God, I have to do. So I hate doing this job. No, he doesn't. Kushale na anusajjate. In the auspicious work also, or kushal karma also, he becomes anusajjate or becomes attached. It's not that I hate this work or I love this work. I'm so much in love with this work. I want to and gets attached. No, he doesn't say I hate this work. This is inauspicious, or inauspicious work I hate, or auspicious work or good work. Oh, I love it to bits and I am attached to it. No, neither. So na dveshti akushalam karma, and then kushale na anusajjate. He is not attached to the auspicious work also. It's not that he is becoming attached. Chinna, he cuts it off, having cut off what? Samshaya, all doubts about it. There is no doubt about anything in his mind. So very nice shloka which gives the symptoms of a proper renunciant in the mode of goodness. What are the points? Srila Prabhupada states that a person who is in Krishna consciousness, or you can say he's in the mode of goodness, he does not hate anyone or anything which troubles his body. He may be going through a lot of discomfort, but he will not hate it. He will not, bother about it. He is just working. He's just working in the proper place, proper time. He's not worrying about the trouble that, whatever troublesome effects it may give, of whenever he's doing his duty. He is in transcendence. He's going to the factory. He's working. He knows he's not working for anyone but Krishna. This whole thing has been made by Krishna. The person can create a building, but the building materials, where is it coming from? Where is the everything? Who can manufacture stones and bricks and all everything? Some elements have to come from Lord, right? So he knows it very clear. Everything, he is Medhavi Tyagi. He is intelligent. He is beyond Chinna Samshaya. He is beyond doubts, in the activities. So people who are situated in that sattvic renunciation, they are not miserable, even if the circumstances are disagreeable. It's not agreeable to them, but still they are not miserable. They do not get attached, Lord Krishna says, to the situations which are agreeable to them. They are like that. Na dveshta akushalam karma, and they are not akushalam karma, kushale na anusajjate. They are not attached, they are neither hateful. So they are not bothered about it. They don't feel dejected when life becomes very tough for them. They are not dejected. They are not like, that kind of dry leaf that gets tossed hither and thither, like, every passing breeze. If it's a dry leaf, then it gets tossed about, right? So they are like those reeds in the sea, if you see, gently negotiating with every rise and fall of the wave. If you have seen those reeds, it keeps moving. Gently, it is negotiating with every whatever may happen. If the waves go up, it goes up, then comes down. It doesn't matter. It is retaining its equanimity. They are also Medhavi Tyagis are also, they are retaining their equanimity without, they don't succumb to any kind of kama, krodha, moha, lobha, mad, matsarya, no anger, no greed. They're not succumbing to those envy or that kind of attachment. They watch the waves of events. Okay, event is going up. Oh, nice. It's going down. Great. It is going up. Great. So they can see that around them. If you have read in our school books, we read the history book, Bal Gangadhar Tilak used to be, he was a scholar of Bhagavad Gita. He was a very famous karma yogi. Before even Mahatma Gandhi had come into the scene, he was in the forefront of freedom struggle that time. He was asked, what position would you like to take if India becomes independent? Would you like to become prime minister or a finance minister? What post would you like? He said, no, no, no. I want to write about something about differential calculus. He was, talking about math. Yeah, I want to write about differential. I will fulfill that. That's my ambition, he says. He's a different Medhavi, once, police arrested him because there was a lot of unrest going on, so they arrested. So he asked his friend, under what act did they arrest me, and inform me, I'm in the prison, just let me know under what act did they. When a friend reached after an hour, what was Bal Gangadhar Tilak doing? Fast asleep. Was sleeping, peacefully sleeping. He is not agitated at all, even though he is in the jail. Another time, once he was out of the jail and working in his office, one of his clerks came and informed him, you know what, your son is not well, he's very seriously ill. He didn't get emotionally agitated. He said, okay, please, can you do me one thing? Just get a doctor. And he continued to complete his work. That work was very important for him. He said, get a doctor. It's not that he was being irresponsible. He made sure that a doctor goes and visits. In the meanwhile, he needs to finish this. So half an hour later, his friend came and conveyed that, yeah, everything, called, doctor came, everything is fine. Anything else? He was, what does it indicate? He retained his composure. He was in, what was he was in a midst of, you can call it a tumultuous situation. The situation wasn't that great, when we are in the flight and whether there's a tumultuous the weather is not that great, the flight starts moving, many people get scared, what is going to happen to me. He continued performing his actions. Why? Internal. Internally, he was composed. Internal emotional composure was there for him. Had he been emotionally distressed, he would do you think he would be able to sleep in that kind of jail? Will we be able to? We are imprisoned. Do you think we will be able to sleep in the jail? We will be moaning and groaning and miserable and complaining all the time. And when he was in the office also, he was focusing. Jail also, he peace of mind. We get upset, we get worried for little things, right? But he didn't. So, anyways, so in this verse, what Lord Krishna is saying is, such people are Medhavi Tyagi, intelligent renunciants. Such persons, they are very much closer to Krishna, and they have no doubts, chinna samshaya, because they get that instruction, that they don't use their own brain or anything, whatever has been told by the guru, that has to be done. That's it. Medhavi. They are completely, they just do it for the pleasure of Guru and Krishna. That's it. The disciple has to surrender his will. How when we go to the doctor, we accept whatever doctor tells, right? We are so obedient when the doctor says, see, I'm prescribing this, morning take this pill, these many pills, evening take these many pills, then only you'll get better. What do? Yes, we follow, right? Same way in spiritual life also, we need to surrender our soul. ourselves to the guidance of the spiritual master. So we should consider, blind faith and blind following. If we see Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Prabhupada's spiritual master was there. He told, if we want to see the blind faith and the blind following, Srila Prabhupada, he told Srila Prabhupada in many, many occasions, right? You have to preach in the West. You have to go and preach in the West all the time. He said, you are so proficient in English. Why don't you just go and do that? But Srila Prabhupada, what did he do? And he also told Srila Prabhupada, importance of book distribution also he had told. He had that vision that Krishna consciousness should be spread. And Srila Prabhupada, what did he do? Meticulously, he followed that order of his guru. Srila Prabhupada, every time he would say in his lectures also, he said, whatever success may come is all because of my Guru Maharaj. I just blindly follow his orders. That's what he used to say. Blind faith does not mean that we need to allow our material considerations to interfere with the Guru's saying, whatever Guru says. Because, when Chaitanya Charitamrita was going to be printed by Srila Prabhupada's disciples, it is mentioned over there that it's a very nice example that, when Srila Prabhupada ordered that what you have to get these 17 books printed. Within these 2 months, you have to print these 17 books. Impossible task, said Srila Prabhupada's disciple. No, it's not possible, Srila Prabhupada. He said, no, impossible word is not there. It's found only in a fool's dictionary. Those were his words, and I'm quoting that impossible is a word found in fool's dictionary, he said. So they went about doing their work. And guess what? That was accomplished. So causeless mercy of Lord Krishna and Srila Prabhupada. So to protect us, Srila Prabhupada is writing, a disciple should remain always like a fool before his spiritual master, before his guru. But he also expects the disciples should behave intelligently and use common sense. When they are being assigned a work, they have to be Medhavi Tyagi. So disciples, we should not be a fool, but we should follow our guru blindly, but we should not be blind. We shouldn't be blind, but we should, when it comes to our guru, we should, if he is a bona fide spiritual master. But to have a blind faith in a guru is required, but such faith should not encourage foolishness, foolish loyalty, because blind faith, like Bhishma and Drona, Arjuna was very much attached to them and he was having blind faith. But it may not have been great for Arjuna. Why? Because they had chosen the adharma side. So it wasn't. Arjuna's blind faith was the barrier. That was why he was not willing to fight the war. It was not allowing him to do his duty. Where Krishna says, no, do your duty. So whenever we do any activity, we need to ask ourselves, is it for the pleasure of Guru and Krishna or not? Yes, then fine. Otherwise, improvement is needed, right? So it's very amazing that we have to maintain the same mood every single day, every single activity that we are doing, right? So anyway, so after this, what the Lord is going to do is he's going to answer a very important question of Arjuna. Can't one renounce all work? That's the question that Arjuna is having. Let me renounce both auspicious activity, inauspicious activity, everything, because Arjuna is thinking only about this. How can I just give up fighting? So Lord is going to answer this. Let's see the points of this shloka first. So he says, one who is in the mode of goodness, neither hateful, not dveshta of inauspicious work, nor attached to auspicious work, has no doubts about work, which means one does not hate anyone or anything that troubles his body, works in proper place at proper time without fearing the troublesome effects. Our great spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada did that, right? He is Medhavi. Nahi deha brata shrakyam tyaktum karmanya sheshatah yastu karma phalatyagi satyagitya vidhiyate. Yes, please. Rajashri Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. It is indeed impossible for an embodied being to give up all activities, But he who renounces the course of action is called one who has truly renounced. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So Krishna has described about Tyaga. He's also described about the symptoms of the renunciation. After telling that, Arjuna has one question. Okay, Krishna, fine. You are telling this again and again and again that give up the results of the work, give up the results of the work. But why don't we give up both? Give up both, auspicious, inauspicious work, give up both. Life will be very simple, right? So that the Krishna says, no, nahi deha brita shakyam, tektum karmanya asheshitaha. It is never shakyam, it is never possible for us, the deha brita, the embodied beings. We are having deha, right? Whoever is having deha brita, it is not possible for us to do karma tyaga. We cannot tyaga karma or renounce activities, whether it is auspicious or inauspicious. Asheshataha entirely. We cannot altogether renounce karma tyaga. Yastu karma phalat tyagi sa tyagi iti abhidhiyate. Anyone but of work, of the result, the renouncer, the renouncer means it is said that you cannot renounce the work, says Krishna. You cannot do that. Srila Prabhupada states, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that one can never give up work at any time. You cannot, says, yes, to karma phalat tyagi, sat tyagi, you cannot, anyone, whoever is working for the result, no result, whatever, he cannot renounce work, it is said. So he who works for Krishna, he is not enjoying the result of that action. He is offering everything to Krishna. He is actually a renouncer. That's what Lord Krishna is saying. He renouncing the fruit of the action. So there are so many members, right, in ISKCON also, who work very hard. They are working day in, day out. Some are into administration, some are into preaching, some are into some other offices, the different places, right? They are doing, and whatever they can earn, whatever they are earning outside or wherever, the voluntary work they are doing here, whatever they give it to the society. Such highly elevated souls, they are actually submissive. They are renouncing. They are situated in renounced order of life. Very, very clearly it is outlined, right? How to renounce the fruits of work and for what purpose? Why should the fruits be renounced? See, it may be contended, like it may be argued that better than renunciation of fruits of action, just simply renounce all actions. Why renounce fruits of action? Phalam tyagam, says Krishna. Just renounce all act. I won't do any action. Then there won't be any distraction only, right? I will keep doing my meditation and contemplation. I'll keep thinking about Lord. Forget about all action. Lord Krishna is rejecting that. Even if we are getting that kind of thought in our mind, Lord Krishna is straight away rejecting that. He says, no, you have got a deha. So it is shakyam, it is impossible. Tyaktum karma. You cannot tyaga your karma. This is not the option, he says. He says inactivity is impossible for any who is having deha, means embodied being. So the basic function, like, we are maintaining our body, we are eating, we are sleeping, we have to do some kind of whatever. This needs to be performed by everyone, and not anyone, everyone. So we are standing, we are sitting, I'm thinking, I'm moving my hands, whatever I'm doing, these are all activities. It cannot be avoided. So if we understand renunciation to be external, external giving up of work, then we are not truly renounced, as I explained previously also. Lord Krishna is telling that if we can give up the attachment to the fruits of action, perfect. Otherwise, it's not. So after telling all this, there is a question again. Arjuna says, what is that question? He says, okay, you say work, deha prita, and everybody has to work. You cannot avoid. Sure, okay, fine, I will do. But what about the reactions of the work? What will happen to that? You say work, I will do that, but there will be reaction. So Lord is going to answer about that in the next shloka. So let's see that. Anishtamishtam mishram cha trividham karmanah phalam bhavityatyaginam pretya natu sannyasinam kvachit. Hare Krishna. Yes, please. Yes, Sujata Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. The one who is not renounced, the threefold fruits of action, desirable, undesirable, and mixed, occur after death. But those who are in the renounced order of life have no such result to suffer or enjoy. Krishna.
I'll just finish with this shloka and then. So Arjuna has this question. Your prescribed duty you are supposed to do. Then what about the reactions? What will happen to the reactions of the work? For that Krishna is saying, Atyaginam. Atyaginam for those who are not renounced. Anishtam, Ishtam, Mishram, Cha. Trividham, Karmana, Phalam. So he's telling, that there is a Trividham karma phala, means three kinds of results for work. What are the three kinds of phalam for work? Anishtam leads to hell. Ishtam leads to heaven. Mishram, mixed results. When will one face the result? This one of Anishtam and Ishtam and Mishram. Bhavati Pretya. Pretya means death. Bhavati means when it will happen after death. You will face this. Either you will get Anishtam, you will get Ishtam, or you will get Mishram. Anything. Then Sannyasinam Kvachit. For the renounced order, who are completely in renounced, for those who are not renounced, this is the thing. But for those who are renounced, what happens to them? Sannyasinam Kvachit. Natu. No such results at any time. Natu. So either good or bad, says Lord Krishna in this shloka. He is answering very aptly to whatever Arjuna had asked, what will happen to the reactions of work? Who will get the reactions of the work? Lord Krishna says, one who is not renounced, the way I have described to you, he already knows, how a renunciant should be giving up his, we saw the symptoms in the last shloka, 10th one, right? And he said the renunciant in the sattvic mode is neither hateful of inauspicious work, nor is attached to the auspicious work. He has no doubts about work only. Srila Prabhupada also states in his purport that whoever is doing devotional service is in Krishna consciousness, he need not worry only. Because what will happen to him? Lord is going to take care of him. In that aspect, right? So much relief to hear that point from Srila Prabhupada. So here that, to hear that he does not have to enjoy or suffer the results of his act after death. That is something that gives us relief. So what are the three kinds of rewards that Lord is talking about over here? Three kinds of the rewards that soul gets after death is Ishtam, pleasant experience. You can go to heavenly abodes and enjoy over there. Anishtam, unpleasant experience. You may go to hellish abodes and you may not like it over there. Then it's Mishram. You may experience in the human form, you may be on the earthly planet only. So those who are performing great pious activities, then they get like, you can go to Swargaloka. You can, and if you're not doing great things, you're doing everything wrong, then you may go to hell also. And otherwise, human birth again on this earth. But this applies only when the actions are performed with a desire for rewards. That is what Lord Krishna is emphasizing. When such fruitive desires are renounced, just doing as duty, as Srila Prabhupada said, as in Krishna consciousness, not asking anything, doing our devotional service, no such results accrue from actions, Similar rule applies, in this world also. If one person, for example, kills another, it's considered a murder or it's a crime. You may get a death sentence also, right? But if, for example, government declares, what, so and so terrorist or so and so notorious murderer or thief or whoever, he is wanted dead or alive, and in that case you go and kill that person, it's not considered offense in the eyes of law. Government will reward you. He will give you a medal because the killer is respected here as a national hero. Why? You have killed somebody who was wanted dead or alive. He was very dangerous for the society. Similarly, when we give a personal motive in our actions, the threefold fruits of action like Anishta, Ishtam, and Mishram, nothing applies to us anymore. So after speaking all this, there is a very, very important thing that is there, there might be a question that can come to our mind, like, since any activity that we must do will have a reaction, how is it that a person in Krishna consciousness does not suffer or or enjoy the reaction of the work? That's what Krishna is going to explain to us. Krishna will help us understand that by answering this question in the next shloka, and we'll hear it from the Lord next week. We can wait for that till Lord Krishna explains to us. I'll stop the recording here. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki Jai. Hare Krishna.